Welcome back, everyone. warTorn here at the Badlands. Tips and tricks today. I just got some pieces in the mail. Big E down in Wisconsin was kind enough to use his place as a post office, and Amazon.com had a sale on 1941 a couple weeks ago or last week, and I picked up a couple of copies because HBG at the time was out of the 1941 Tiger Tank sculpts, which are second to none in my opinion. I know that HBG has some Tiger Tank sculpts directly from them, but the detail on this one tank is absolutely outstanding and second to none in my opinion. The carriers for the UK I really love as well, them being hollow bottomed and a little bit bigger on the deck than the 1940 pieces. The US sculpt is the exact same, and even though it's not period specific, it's not an Essex carrier, I still like it. It's good enough in my opinion. It's close enough. But getting to the tips and trips today, people are still having polarity issues out there with their fighters and carriers. I had a couple of people contact me and say that the way that I was showing them in the past with the felt marker or Sharpie, it was actually scratching off. So they would mark it, they would put it on whatever work surface, and they would go about marking a whole bunch of them, creating that assembly line, and then when they all stuck them back together, it was actually marking both sides of it. It was scratching off the one surface. Now, whether it was wet or it was just coming off, people were having problems with the magnets being marked on both sides now, and just assuming that it was only marked on one side and then screwing up the polarity. So I'm not casting any blame. I'm not taking any blame. But here's a way to do it. I know Big E showed you a way to do it with a pilot plane. But here's a way to do it with that pilot plane as well. So you have your pilot plane here, right? All of your stands and all of your fighters and all of your planes, other planes are matched to your pilot plane. Now, right, all you do, whether it's a hollow bottomed like say in Japan or Anzac, or even these hollow bottom carriers from 1941, right, I've already got a bunch of them over here done. So I've already picked my spots. I'm going to jam this one all the way into the front of the carrier here, and then this one, there's a little spot in the back where there's a little recess there. I'm going to put some glue, put some more glue, right? And all I do is I drop one of the magnets into the center of the carrier, right? This works the same if it's not a hollow bottomed carrier. If you've already pre-drilled some of your holes, right? You just hold it on top, you just put it on top, you take your plane, you put it on the deck of the carrier, right? And that magnet, right, they're strong enough on the plane to get all the way through. It'll flip the magnet over, right? And now you can see it sliding side to side. The plane's actually on there, right? It's not coming off. You slide it then over the glue that you've already put onto that carrier in that hole, right? If it was just a hole rather than a hollow bottom, you just slide it across until it dives right into the hole, right? And if you need to push it down a little bit, just grab yourself a toothpick and stick it in, right? I'm just using the edge of the wing here. There's no glue on that magnet. I know it's not going to get on my plane. And of course that one scooted across and stuck. No biggie, right? Just get it off. Right, there it is. Right, you can see I'm holding onto the plane, not the carrier there, so it's stuck. Right, slide it all the way across the deck. Of course I dropped it and it went into the UK carrier. Right, and drop it in the hole. This is real life, guys. We make mistakes, right? Right, even while filming. slide it all the way through, put it on that dab of glue that you put in the carrier previously. And again, if it's a solid bottom carrier and you've drilled some holes, guys, it'll just rest it on top of that carrier and then slide it all the way across into that hole. It'll drop right in, and just stick the toothpick in the hole to push it down if you need to. And that's that. You can see all of them are done and perfect, right? I like putting it towards the edges, even though, you know, whatever. It's nice to leave it to the edge, put it to the edges, because now I can put that flag on here, right? And there'll still be more than enough room for those big tactical bombers. So again, guys, tips and tricks today. Thank you, Big E, and maybe see you on the next one. As always, kindest regards, and stay safe out there.